Hello, I'm Mark from Hayes. On Late Lunch tonight, TV legend Alan Titchmarsh and Brookside, Susanna Farnham, Lindsay Corkill and Jackie Dixon. Cue titles Andy.
I'm saying it to there. You literally are too kind.
All right.
Calm down. All right, calm down.
All right. I'm Mel.
All right, I'm Sue.
Sue, why are we speaking these ridiculous Welsh accents?
Talk for yourself. I'm speaking in pure Norwegian.
That's right.
It's because we can't actually do a Liverpudlian accent.
No, we can't.
So we won't do it anymore.
And we apologise for that.
Okay.
That's despite, of course, watching 300 episodes of Brookside in the past 2 days.
But still, even if we haven't quite mastered those lilting Scouse tones, at least we now know every single teeny, weensy, tiny little thing there is to know about today's 3 guests.
Right, starting with Claire Sweeney, Elias Lindsay Corkill.
Or even Alias.
Even Alias. Now, she
her name's not Elias.
It's Alias.
It's Alias, and then her name begins after that.
Alrighty.
And she's a lady, and her name's Claire. Good.
Now, she married Gary and gave birth to Kylie, but Gary was horrid. The marriage was torrid, and along came Mike Dixon, who stole away Lindsay and Kylie from Gary and hoped they would marry.
They set off for Aussie, were thwarted by Gary, and end up framed up and banged up in Bangkok. They split up.
Then Peter loved Lindsay, but she fancied Barry. She split up with Peter, but Peter saved Kylie from Sinbad's explosion, which so impressed Lindsay she got rid of Barry and got back with Peter. They finally married, and Lindsay was happy till Peter met Frankie and walked out on Lindsay and left her with Kylie.
Then there's Alexandra Fletcher, alias Jackie Dixon. Now, Jackie's the lady who set up Brookside, but gangsters got heavy, so she turned to Barry. He wanted money to sort out the heavy, so she raised the lolly by having a baby for Max and Susanna. It's hard to get mummy.
She basted the turkey. Keep in time with me, audience.
Why are you clapping? Why are you clapping? Do I look like Ice Cube? No. This is not rap. This is a poem.
She basted the turkey, but Barry got twitchy. He wanted the money, still 9 months till baby. So trouble for Jackie. As Barry got heavy, she gave him Brookie, Susanna the baby.
Welcome to our pride and party.
There's more.
I'm sorry, there's more.
There's a little bit more.
If we quit with the clapping, we'll get through by, say, 8 o'clock. Sorry if you've made plans tonight, sorry. Finally, Karen Drury, our 3rd guest. Susanna Farnham. Now, Susanna and Max have been married with children, but Max loved Patricia, so he left Susanna. Max wed Patricia, which hacked off Susanna. She went on the warpath and saw off Patricia. Then Max changed his mind and got back with Susanna, and my lungs are like the size of tiny desiccated kippers.
Then, car crash disaster. Susanna felt guilty. She wanted more kiddies, but tried as her luck, there was no sign of baby. So Max and Susanna found surrogate Jackie.
That's Jackie, who needed the money for Barry to sort out the heavies who threatened Brookie.
Jackie got preggers, but so did Susanna.
It's too long.
Max got a mistress. Oh, what a spanner.
So there you have it. I'm now 35 years old. That's it. You can...
Quite hot. Cheers, lads. Cheers for that.
Isn't it strange? You only find out how long and torturous something is when you do it live on national television. So stay tuned to tonight's show because we'll be babbling Brookie.
So why not call these numbers literally now if you'd like to ask the stars of Brookside if they've ever said, calm down, or if they've ever actually taken the ferry across the Mersey.
Or if they've ever taken a random offence to an incredible cultural stereotype.
Good.
Now, today's band of 4 weeds who definitely need pulling. They may have gone to seed, but I'm sure our green fingers will put some sap back in their stalks. Please welcome Steve, Matt, Daffodilon and Dan D. Lion. It's PM Dawn. Yeah! Hello. Thank you, Ban. That was somewhere between rock and a hard place. Like, for instance, say, Leighton Buzzard. Today's chef, I digress, is a man who drives millions of women wild by dressing up in rubber boots and jumping from bed to bed. He's the Baron of Botany, the hero of horticulture and the guru of gardening. Give it a lot of welly for Alan Titchmarsh! Gardening lust. Look at them, all of them. What a reception. Now, how are you doing, Alan?
Over-fertilised. I'm all right. Very well. I was very impressed with that.
With what?
Well, you know, the Alan and Charlie and Tommy went out and...
That 4-hour dialogue?
Yeah.
It's excellent. They could record that and you could have it on a little CD version.
I think they just have.
Yeah, they have. Let's forget that idea. We'd sell it. What are you cooking for me today, Petal?
I'm going to do... I once went fly fishing. Well, I've been fly fishing a couple of times and I was so impressed with this recipe given to me by this fly fisherman, and it's for trout, straight from it, fresh trout,
right.
Not with lemon and almonds, which they always do it with. It's fresh trout with orange.
And if you don't live near a river, so you live in Croydon, can you just go to your supermarket and buy a normal trout in a polythene thing?
They sell trout in supermarkets looking very much like this one here. What do you think of it so far?
Very good. It's very good. It's bright and it doesn't smell, which over 210 of these I've learned is a way to tell that it's fairly fresh. So, what do you do? I'm going to give you the recipe book. I have gone insane today. I need to tell you why I've gone insane. Mel is very ill with flu. So she has been in bed all day, and I did a rehearsal for this on my own. And it was only then I was confronted by just how terrifying that was. But now she's here, so it's good. I'm going to go onto the recipe board. Today we've got trout baked with orange, or... You know, you make me want a trout. OK, I spared you my singing there.
Yeah,
how do we start this off, Alan?
Well, this is not for the squeamish, so I'm sorry. But I eat fish, and I love fish, and if you eat fish, you should be quite prepared to take its head off.
Do it.
Those of you who don't want to look, please close your eyes now. There you are, trout. And just take its head off.
There's a whole lot of gutting going on.
About that, behind that little fin there, watch your fingers, for goodness sake. And it goes off about there, very quick, very like that. You'll never know. Gone. Headless trout, OK? But then... Thank you so much.
Oh, I like the bit where he took the head off.
I thought you'd give me... I thought you'd...
That was my favourite bit.
I'll throw it to you in a minute.
Oh. So you're now going to gut. Do you like gutting, or is it just the beheading that got you really in the mood?
It's terribly messy. Do it away from you, Alan. It's much safer. Sharp knife like this. And then you scrape all this... what we call in Yorkshire, muckment. Well, you've got this. You know, don't be squeamish.
Are you a good cook, Alan, or are you happiest when you're sowing your seed?
I like... You've got to do the one before you can do the other.
You're busy, you're bedding all the time, you've got bedding daisies, you're bedding hyacinths. You know, you're a slattern of gardening.
It when I've got time. I like those... He motored on madly. I like those recipes where you look what's in the cupboard and you throw a bit of everything in it. I'm very good at making gungeon pans. It's edible.
Which is the format of Ready, Steady, Cook.
Yeah, absolutely.
Isn't it? It's true, though. It's just the stuff that you've got hanging around. Well, and then a strange thing like a Jerusalem artichoke, which you've never heard of before. You ever heard of one of those?
They do wonderful soup, Jerusalem artichoke, but there's one big problem with them, which is akin to that of baked beans. But it is good.
Just don't give them to Mel. Her Lithuanian bowels are...
Really? Do they have a problem with that in Lithuania?
Well, she says she claims it's a country thing. For me, it's just her. It's just...
Well, it's the wind across the steppes.
It is. It is. Her Baltic steppes are literally ringing with...
When you've done that with it, you wash it onto the tap. So, in the best tradition of Delia, I should get rid of that, put it under there.
Yeah.
And I've got one here that was washed earlier. It's very interesting. This one has been very carefully gutted without actually taking the inside out, you see.
They were a clever gutter,
weren't they? Yes. They crawl inside and pull.
So that's done. And then what are you going to do with that?
What you've got to do now, this is, again, was straight from a fly fisherman. When you've done that, fresh as you can, sea salt, right, on the plate, like that. and you roll it in it.
Yeah.
Like that. And you sprinkle a bit more on the top, and you leave it like that for an hour.
Just to sort of soak in?
Just to soak in a bit, and it actually flavours, because when it's washed, it's got water on it, dissolves the salt a bit, and it sort of goes into the body.
Okay.
They're wrapped.
Look at them.
It's good, isn't it? I know what Delia feels like
It's
now.
called the power of a fish and some salt.
And you leave it like that for an hour now, so I don't know what we're going to do.
Excellent. Well, we'll just hum and whistle. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, actually, to buy time. This is totally random, but randomness is my watchword today. I'm going to do my famous impression of a woodpecker. Here it is. What do you think of that, Mel?
Well, Perks, it was all right, but what about this? There's more. There's another impression. And there's more. Not so good. The last one. By literally sheer coincidence, we've got a fantastic cuckoo clock chocolate cake. How about that then? Groovy, isn't that lovely? Oh dear. That is literally marvellous. How are you doing there?
Good.
Who's responsible for this?
That's Jack.
You, Jack.
Yes.
Welcome. What's your name?
Mel.
Hello, short for?
Hello. Melanie.
Good call. Cool name at the moment. Yeah, it's pretty good. I was named after Melanie Hamilton in Gone with the Wind. Anyone seen that film here? Anyone remember it? Very, very old film from the 40s. But she's a rather sort of sickly sweet character. Who are you named after?
Oh, myself, I think.
Just named after yourself?
Yeah, original.
OK. And are you a cook by nature?
Me? No, I'm a vet nurse.
You're a vet nurse?
I'm a vet nurse, yeah.
So you sort of roll up the old sleeve, put the soap on and get inside the old... Yeah? Not before cooking,
No, obviously.
Hopefully there was a bit of a gap between the two.
Slight gap.
OK, well, lovely. Carry on. Carry on, as you were. Lovely. OK. Hello. Weak laughter. Hi there, what's your name?
Laura.
Laura. I hope I don't pass my germs on, sorry.
Oh, stayed well
Sorry.
either.
Touch of Ebola today, just a little touch of Ebola. What's your name?
Julie.
Julie? Yeah. And Ali? Yeah. Hello. Your lips don't move when you speak.
Hello.
Anyway, now, am I right? Somebody here has had a brush with the netherworldly, or the otherworldly.
That would be me then, yes.
So what
My
happened?
ghostly experience.
What happened?
Well, I went up to a castle up the Antrim coast in Ireland
Right.
with my boyfriend at the time. And we ended up getting lost and didn't get there till night. Nothing sinister whatsoever.
A lot of snogging, probably.
Yeah.
A lot of all that.
just
Yeah,
got
a lot
lost,
of all
couldn't find
that.
it.
Darkness fell. What else do you do? Yeah, OK.
So we thought, right, we've driven the whole way, we'll have to go to see it anyway. So
Right.
I went down, pitch dark, went down
Are you
to the castle.
scared? Is everyone scared? Yeah? Quite scary so far. Quite scary so far. Yes, come on. Go
And
on.
then we walked down round the outer wall of the castle and looked down to the moat, and we seen this white thing forming. And I thought it was just my eyes.
Your boyfriend or whatever, yeah. Yes.
So I turned around.
So go on. Yeah.
So I turned around to my boyfriend and asked him if he could see something down with the moat, and he said, yeah, he could too. So I ran off and left him standing there. Very scary experience.
What was it? Did anyone get that? What actually did you see? What did you brush with?
Right,
What did you brush with?
It was this like wee small white thing, and then eventually it got bigger and bigger and started to take a form. So that's when I said to him about it, and that's when I ran.
Oh my God, goodness me. From that to your lunchbox, what have you brought to eat?
Right.
Is it ghostly?
No, it's
Oh
tacky.
no, it was this.
It's tacky Irish.
It's tacky Irish.
Yeah, saints, scholars, and leprechauns.
Oh, that's very nice. Bless you, and thanks for telling your story. Right. Cheers for sharing it with us. You're all beautiful. Lovely to see you. Now, Sue, what happened to that prize marrow you had, by the way?
Oh, I don't know. He hasn't called me for weeks, so I assume it's all over. It's a sad thing, but what can you do? Now, Flower, que pasa? What's going on? The trout is beheaded.
I was just wondering where my flour was. I haven't got any flour. The trout is beheaded, it's gutted, it's been washed, it's been lain in salt
In
for an
state,
hour.
yeah.
Lain in state in salt for an hour. Washed off again, and then buttered foil. Lay it on the buttered foil, and then you need some bits of butter on it and in it, Great thing about studio lights is everything goes soft.
While you're buttering, can I bombard you with a series of ultimately inane questions?
Bombard away.
Fantastic. I want to ask you first of all about the rumour going around that, in fact, you and Michael Aspel are the kind of twin inspirations for Alan Partridge. Is that true?
We argue over this, Michael and I. It was me. No, it was me.
So you want to be the inspiration?
No, not really.
Jurassic Park.
It's what you watch it and your toes curl, and I think the suspicion is that it toes curl because you think it might have been you. It isn't me now. It might have been me on Pebble Mill, but I don't do that.
Did you wear those jumpers? Did you wear a blazer?
No.
I think it's Aspel. I think it's possibly more.
With any luck, it's a title I'm happy to hand over, I think.
I think you're a wise man. I also want to ask you about changing rooms and ground force. Changing rooms was in the papers on Monday. A couple have actually split over the disastrous makeover, if you will, paint a room and puce.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Have you had anything like that happen on ground force? Have you done some decking? Has someone
I
been
think
angry?
there's a big difference. Lots of decking. There's a big difference between changing rooms and ground force, and that is on changing rooms you have different designers every week, and they're anxious to put their imprint on their room.
Is that what you call it? Imprint is a very polite word for loving what they do.
Whereas I go along desperate to find out from the other half who is still here, not the one who's been sent away, what is their dream garden.
Yeah,
so I'm after making a dream. And if they come back and say it's horrid, I'm cut to the quick. So no, I'm desperately trying to, make it good for them. I'm just about to squeeze some orange juice over here. So butter on top and inside.
And then do the orange juice
on
the top.
And a couple of little bits inside.
Now, 9.5 million people, give or take the odd million, watch that show, which is pretty cool.
No, you're down on that. It's 11 and a half.
I was allowing you. I was merely the feed line for your enormous number of viewers' punchline.
Sorry.
So, 11 billion people nationwide. It's on the Shanghai, they look up, and there you are, those enormous video screens. But the success of that is due to, as you say, the creation of the beautiful gardens, and you're there, but it's also Charlie, your cohort in Dirt, is... she's famous for one thing. Well, two things, in fact, and that's...
Yes, I mean, she has two outstanding features when it comes to...
Can I just say, is it...
Charm and workability.
The kahunas are very much untrammelled, aren't they? By which I mean... Verily, she runs into the Garden of Eden sans brassiere.
Yeah, but they catch up pretty quickly. They're hot on her heels.
Is this a deliberate thing by the BBC and possibly by you, Alan Titchmarsh?
I never touched them.
No, I'm not saying you've touched them, but somebody out there is perhaps saying to her, leave the bra at home, Charlie, because the male viewers are...
Instantly, I've wrapped it in foil now. I'm just going to pop it on the baking tray.
You're trying to avoid...
It was funny. Now, when we started doing Gardeners World, the very first episode, the men, Tommy and I, we potter on and there's sweat coming off and there's muck going everywhere. And then the sort of production assistants, we don't have many, we have a couple of them, and they keep coming to Charlie, it's all right, let's tie this back, and when you bend down, it's over your eyes. And they were sorting the wardrobe out and all this. And then after it hit the air and people realised that people loved her hair in her face, and they loved bazookas and things, they said, oh, go with it. And it's what she's like. It's the thing about Charlie, she's so natural. And
literally, she's as natural as God made her on that programme. I want to move from Charlie's kahunas to Julia Roberts. It's not, a dissimilar link. Now, she's a big fan. She asked for a book. Isn't that true?
It was very sweet, actually. It was a great, you go and interview these Hollywood stars and you think, it's a bit frightening, because they are a bit scary when you first get in the room, because they're all a bit defensive.
Are they?
Well, they're very defensive. They've been sort of, you've had them on here, and they come in and say, yep, OK, and you've got to break the barriers.
Yeah, you're only allowed to ask certain questions. And
I don't like doing that, because it's much more fun just to have a good, like this, it's a good 2 and 8, a good natter. And you've got sort of a few minutes where you can get going. And I had a really good interview with her, went away, and I was asked to interview her again a year later, and I went back to interview the second time, and I walked in and she said, nice to see you again.
Cool.
And I thought, Julia Roberts said, nice to see you again. And I said, you remembered then? She said, oh, I have a very clear recollection.
And you gave her a book?
Yeah, she said, I've been planting my bulbs. And I said, I've got a book for her, and she gave me a kiss. So you see that dirty bit of cheek there, which I never...
Dirty!
She's gorgeous, she's lovely. And then you read all these things in the paper, and you think, oh, no, not my Julia. She's not like that, is she?
It's all right if you like that sort of thing, Alan. Yeah, put that in the oven. Yeah, I feel,
15 minutes, 190.
You do that thing. Well, you do the trout in the old oven. I'm going to richly take us into the break. Join us after this break, which will last approximately 3 minutes long, where Jackie, Lindsay and Susanna from Brookside will be this close Do you see? It's Brookside close. See you in 3. And now another 4-hour wrap, so...
Good.
Clap.
Please don't, not again.
No, no clapping.
Welcome back to Late Lunch. Before we tuck in with Brookside's finest, it's time to put a ferret into the warren of news and chase out a topical rabbit.
It seems that these days more and more women are doing it for themselves.
No, it's not what you think,
Katie Thompson, floor manager of this programme.
It's just that thanks to programmes like Changing Rooms and Better Homes, women are turning in increasing numbers to DIY.
That's right, Katie Thompson, floor manager, which means that women are getting hold of their husband's tools and choosing the kind of screw they want. Katie.
Right. Katie, Pope John...
Are you laughing at this joke or just the ones about doing it for yourself?
Pope John Paul is visiting America and has met with Bill Clinton.
It was an historic occasion, as it's the first time Clinton's had a private meeting where he's been the one on his knees. Topical a year ago.
Not now.
No.
Katie.
But
the president...
It's rude, Katie, yeah, like that.
The president said he wants to confess his sins to the Pope, but His Holiness said that wouldn't be possible as he was only in the country for a few days.
However, he did ask Bill if it was all true, if all the rumours were true about Monica Lewinsky, to which Bill Clinton replied, "Is the Pope Catholic?" Because the Pope was there. Let's not deconstruct. Let's
Sue.
throw it away
Off
and
you go.
move on. Are you feeling okay?
I'm okay, Don. I'm a little bit hot. I'm all right, though. Thanks for asking.
You've got glands like hovercraft.
I know, Don.
Awful. Terrible. Poor Mellie's ill. Now, and you're tidy and you're too organised almost. It's all clear.
Almost retentive, you might say, aren't you?
Possibly. But I don't know. I wouldn't say that. Now, what's left to do?
I'm just going to get it out now.
Good. I've been waiting for that
Yes.
for the whole of
Well,
part
here it
one.
is. It's ready. It's been in there amazingly for about 15-20 minutes now.
Ah,
but what
the
I'm gonna do,
accelerated time span of television.
I'm going to pop it there and let it breathe, because fish needs to breathe as well as me.
Especially when it's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, I'm serving this, you like this, with a little bit of... Being a gardener, I've got to
this
get
from your
the
garden?
greenery in. I wish I could say it was, but it is January.
Oh, do they not grow in January?
Well, they do, but they don't look quite like this. So, but I have to say,
I get mine in packets. Just open them and done.
Yeah,
don't have to grow
this
them or
one come
anything.
out of a packet. And a terrible girl. Something like that. You get a nice crunchy flavour when they're from the garden because you get a bit of grit and soil in with it. So it's much nicer.
You've got a garden like mine, which is 3 paving stones and a badly done sort of plastic furniture. You can't grow that in there.
Yeah, but you can grow this. I have to tell you something. This salad dressing here is wonderful. Is it homemade? Yes, but it's made by a certain film star.
Ah, yes.
Yes, OK.
And it's good to buy because sometimes
It is.
He gives a lot of his profits to charity.
He
so
does
there you go.
indeed. It's his-
Can't say more than that.
This is
Good
Butch
for you.
Cassidy salad dressing. Whoops, sorry.
Excellent.
It's
Now
not
we get a gloss
Yes.
over.
No,
You
Right.
won a cup, a prize indeed, for a speech you did, I think, about table manners. Is that true?
Oh, gosh,
You
you're
know
going
everything about
back.
table
Look, I've got
manners.
salad dressing on my shit. Look.
That won't have featured in your speech.
No, it'll never come out now.
No, that won't. Unless I lick it off immediately.
It was when I was at Kew. Yeah.
The power of my acidic saliva has been known to work wonders.
My eyes are watering at the mere prospect. No, I had to do this... When I was at Kew Gardens, we had to do public speaking, and I won a cup, and I did it on etiquette, because I thought it just struck me as being funny, teaching people how to hold their cutlery and stuff like that. And, how do you hold your knife? You've only got a fork. How do you hold your knife?
Like that, and
That's
then
your
like
fork.
that.
Good girl. That's right.
That was so good.
Don't you... But, I mean, how many people in the audience actually
Firm,
hold their
good
knife like a ballpoint pen? Don't you hate seeing people cutting food up like
But,
that?
actually, I have to say, a lot of Eastern European people eat like that because culturally that for them is acceptable.
Is it? And that isn't?
I don't know. I
think
don't know. I
that's-
wasn't taught. I just made that up to, you know, be a bit embracing of other cultures. But it's amazing how easily you fell for that. Television is lies. Remember that. So you've got your salad dressed and sorted out there. I also want to talk finally about the tour you went on when you went around theatres and you did your own show.
Yeah.
And you, basically, young man, were like a pop star.
An evening with A.T.
They flocked like gazelles across a plain
It
to
was
see
quite
you.
fun. Yeah, it was a good laugh. Well, I don't do a sort of now is how you take your geranium cutting. You know, it's just a sort of evening of me sitting on a stool and making people laugh, basically.
And have you ever been mobbed?
Gardens World Live last year at Birmingham, I had a little mobette around. I couldn't shop. I couldn't go buy plants. It was a bit embarrassing, really.
Really? Because people were just hanging off you and...
There was a sort of circle around you, and I needed a minder, and they were lovely minders. They're all about that big and ladies. It was quite fun.
Did you feel,
Get out of the way, it's coming through.
did you feel like sort of Robbie Williams, you know, it's Gardens World Live?
There are a few
Coming at
moments
you.
when I feel like Robbie Williams, and that
Well, I like that. I like the fact that at Gardens World Live he was mobbed by
Well,
fans.
it's, I think, ground forces. We've got kids watching Ground Force now, which is brilliant. You know, Gardener's World has always been the province of the elder, but I just hope a lot of folk that watch Ground Force will now say, oh, I'll give him a blast on Gardener's World as well, because it's all, as long as it gets people interested in growing stuff and improving their environment, it's got to be good, isn't it, really?
It's too ruddy right. You can grow that if you have knowledge, which I don't, personally. On that bombshell, I'm going to say thank you very much.
I'd like to say it's been a pleasure.
But unfortunately, as we both know, I'm a bit of a tool. So,
You can hang up in my shed any time.
I will take you. We'll be seeing you later. We're going off now. No, we'll be seeing you, Anna, later, because you're going to go now, take a little break. You can pick anyone from this bank of some individuals. Who would you like to sit and have your lunch with?
Oh, gosh, anybody who looks remotely willing.
They're all willing. They're over willing.
Oh, I'll go and sit with that lady up there, because she looks quite pleasant.
She's the one, just to warn you, that liked it when you cut the fish's head off. So, OK.
Didn't she like the old one for a lunch?
We'll bring it along. Now, band, are you hungry?
Yes!
Audience, are you hungry? Yes! Alan, Ruddy, Titchmarsh, are you hungry?
Fairly.
Hooray, let's eat a late lunch.
Our guests today are three of the liveliest birds to come out of Liverpool since the liver birds themselves. Please welcome Hotfoot from the Close, Brookside's Karen Drury, Elias Susanna Farnham, Alexandra Fletcher, who plays Jackie Dixon, and Claire Sweeney, otherwise known as Lindsay Corkill. Take a seat. Karen, that's my seat. So bad. Just, no, welcome. Do you want to sit there? No. You're all right, lovely.
Furthest seat, I was told.
Well, ladies, welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Leatherfield chairs of the Light Lunch studio. Or even Late Lunch. Light Lunch was last year. Help me, Sue, I've got flu.
That doesn't matter, because in a way they're exactly the same thing, but just shoved slightly later on in the day.
You're absolutely right.
It's a tragic conceit, really, isn't it?
Welcome. Alan's cooked lovely fish.
Yeah. Tuck in.
Feel free to tuck right in. I want to say, first of all, Brookie last night.
Oh.
Talk about keeping up with the Joneses.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Lindsay and Susanna, the old kitchen.
Who's going to be the best?
Who's
Yes, last night.
Who's going to be
Nice.
Yeah.
Because Tuesday nights the time's changed to 8:30. No, 8 o'clock has changed to, so I put it on at 8:30 and I always miss it now.
Oh, no.
So I missed it last night.
Do they not give you your own tape to go home and watch?
No.
do you watch yourselves? Would you go home and get an enormous screen?
We watch each other.
Like Mel does.
Never, never, never.
There's a main storyline and that you want to watch, you know. You
Yeah.
do, to see how you're getting
Just
along.
watch it and monitor it, don't you, really?
Yeah.
Do you actually sort of look at it and think, I could have done that a bit better, next time I'll do that differently, or...
Yeah, you're dead
You
critical
do?
all the time.
Yeah.
Of yourself.
Yeah, very professional.
Claire, did you watch your wedding?
No, I missed it. I missed it.
You missed the wedding?
I know. I sat down with my boyfriend. I said, "You're going to watch me getting married tonight." Drop a few hints. Lovely. Oh. Anyway, we sat down at 8:30 to watch it, and it was a programme about planes or something. The Great Planes.
I've done that. It's the aviation thing.
Yes,
Set
it
the
is,
video,
yes, it is.
and suddenly it's the aviation
And
thing.
I'd missed it. I'd missed my wedding. My boyfriend said it was karma that he missed it.
Was he quite jealous that you got married, that your character got married, or was
Well,
he
he
all right
didn't
with
watch it.
Oh, he
He
didn't
missed
watch
it.
So no one saw. Neither you or your boyfriend saw.
Now, another very important Brookie issue is...
Tuck in, by the way, lads.
Please tuck in. Now that Peter's gone, who is going to cut the old hair? Who's going to do Lindsay's hair?
Uncle John's hair. Yeah.
Who's in the green room? I'll have to tell you, Alex's uncle cuts all our hair. So
John in the green room cuts all
that's
the hair.
it, yeah.
He's a top laddie.
He's a top lady.
Yours looks very nice, by the way. Because it was red for a while, wasn't it?
I'm the guinea pig, you see.
She gets bored after 2 weeks and wants a new style.
I do, I'm terrible.
What do you prefer, blonde, red, dark?
I don't mind it like this.
Yeah, it's nice.
Looks
I like
very good.
that. I'd love the Anne Robinson. I'd say no. Not necessarily.
Susanna, do you all go... Susanna, I called you Susanna. I
Sorry.
said myself.
Karen.
I'm
Used to it.
Sorry. Do you get that a lot? Do people sort of come and go, hi, Susanna, you know,
Yes.
or not?
That's
Maybe. Okay, yes.
That's all you ever get.
But that's all you ever get, because nobody knows your real name.
Yeah.
Sometimes, though, some people do, and it's quite nice. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
Alexandra, and you think,
Oh, I kind of think, how do they know my name?
you get past.
Stalker.
But do you actually go out together quite a lot? You know, the girl posse?
I get the casco out,
Yeah,
don't we?
I
and
mean,
stuff?
we're often not always in at the same time, but we do go on great cast shindigs, don't we, really? That are marvellous.
Christmas nights out.
And the next
tell.
day is very, very slow. And when we go for it, we really go for it in a
And
big
we
way.
all, the week before, we look at the schedule to see who's first up the next morning after the
So
cast
it's
night.
nice. Whoever's first up is like...
I went out with Claire one night, though, and before we'd even left her flat, she plied me with 2 bottles of wine. I don't remember much about the evening.
Were you working the next day? Were you working the next day?
Yes,
I was in
working
early,
the next
wasn't I?
day.
Very good for a sad scene, though. Hangover.
Yes, quite
Well,
useful.
you're very bright first thing, but there's a terrible drop in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
If Sue and I came to Liverpool, hopefully we will do. I've never been there. Dying to
we've
go.
got places
Where do we go? Where do we go?
Definitely go to the Blue Bar, the Albert Dock.
We start off there.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have some nice chilled white wine, and they've got nice big sofas, and you can have a nice laugh. And you all by the Albert Dock.
Quite mellow, nice lighting.
It's mellow.
Low, nice lighting.
That's where Richard and Judy were, weren't they? The Albert Dock.
Yeah.
Yes.
Straight by there.
In that very
They're not
place.
there anymore.
They're in London now.
Fred is though, isn't he? Fred the weatherman.
Is where the map's still
I think he's still running around nude somewhere.
They had that new diver, didn't they? It was very good.
Yeah, there's plenty of those.
So then where? After the
So
dock?
we
move on.
Yeah,
Right.
we
We
do
move on
lounge.
to
The Voodoo Lounge.
It's
Isn't
brilliant.
that in America?
I think it's like a franchise of that, maybe.
Cool.
We've got our
Possibly.
own Liverpool version.
But we've got... It is absolutely brilliant. there,
Cool.
actually, isn't it?
And is it good sort of dancing there? Good sort of...
It's quite dark, isn't it? It's quite
Very-
moody,
it's even
but it's
darker.
brilliant. It's
It's
really
even more
nice.
subdued lighting.
Excellent.
Yes.
It's really good music, though. It's all the
Yeah.
old stuff. All the stuff we know.
Very, very
Is it
good.
true, Alex? Can I call you Alex? Or do you, is that
Alex,
okay?
that's fine.
You can call me sir.
Okay. Okay, so...
Really shorten my name much more. Is it true you were a discotheque dancing champion?
Who told you that?
Show business bird clocked in my ear.
Yeah, I was, yeah.
How old?
I started when I was about 4 till I was about 17. I packed it in.
Any really peachy moves?
Yes, because she's taught me them.
Really?
I don't think I do them anymore.
What kind of moves? No, I bet you
Couldn't do them.
any sort of hand moves you could regale us with at the table. Come on. Who wants to see?
Embarrassed now.
I've ashamed you.
I can't.
No, she doesn't have to. She doesn't
No, you
have
couldn't
to.
do it with golf
It's
like
too...
that.
Yeah.
But
it's
on
Rude.
Yes, it's far too
It's
rude.
quite...
This
No, it's not.
She hasn't got the sequins. You can't do it without
No,
your
I haven't
sequins,
got the
can you?
bat wing top on or the sequins and the makeup stuff. No.
Oh, okay.
Do you find that you get sort of chatted up more because you're on Brookie?
No.
Ladies,
Everyone's
come
frightened
on.
of us now, aren't they, our
I think
characters?
so. I think because the characters were mine's quite been a bit of a mouth from day one, really. I think they're terrified to come
Do
near.
you think? So you see blokes visibly sort of back off or...
Back
or
off.
Yeah, definitely.
that? Really? Do you think is that
Their
true?
girlfriends talk to you,
Yeah.
Right.
and then they'll do a big preamble, and they'll say, and you say, oh, who to, you know? And it'll be, you know, Samantha or somebody, my girlfriend. So you spend a lot of time sort of shoring them up, really.
Do you get recognised a lot? I mean, round...
I'm
you must
constantly
do.
getting it in Liverpool. Have you got a gun in your handbag? That's my line at the moment.
Right.
So I think men are frightened.
Oh, I think Liverpool people are quite used to seeing
Yeah, they're used to
us,
seeing you.
really, so you don't really get that much hassle.
Yeah. I mean, do you prefer sort of being single or in a relationship? I mean, how does that work? Sorry, quite personal.
If you're single, you're on your own. And if you're in a relationship, there's usually one, or maybe if you're more than one person with you.
No, I just suddenly thought, I'll be honest. As characters and as real life
Well, all our
ladies.
characters are single.
Yes.
And maybe that's why they have all this energy.
I think they're all desperate, actually.
But if you could choose the character that you'd really like your character to go out with, who would it be? Seriously. And it can be in any other soap as well. Let's widen it out.
That was good.
Let's widen it out.
Can't it be films? No, that's been too...
No, that's too... All
That's too
then,
wide.
all right. But it might impact on a question I might be asking you later.
Okay.
See.
Okay.
First of all, in Brookie, who do you want to go out with? Who do you want your character to go out with?
You know what?
We were talking about this in the taxi before, weren't we? We were
We
saying...
couldn't because we all know each other so well.
Panicking over the question.
We all know each other so well. It'd be really awkward. So, you've got to kiss, you know,
Yeah.
Sinbad or Mick, or you'd be like,
Ron
no.
Dixon.
But yeah, anyone. It's just because we all know each other so well. It'd be all. Yeah,
I have to
it'd just
say,
be
lads, the
awful.
blokes in Brookie, I mean, what's the matter with them?
Oh,
But they're not good. They're not good on the old relationship front, though, are they? The Brookie blokes.
Yes, but it'd be boring if they were.
That's very true. I bow to you.
I'm proud of that.
I love Barry. I love Barry. He's got to be my top.
I love Sinbad.
Yeah.
Yes, he came on our show and he
He's
cooked a
lovely,
lovely meal.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he's groovy.
He's top guy, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really nice.
We like him. So we've got. Did we get the answers for that question?
Not at all. Let's
Doesn't
crash
matter,
on.
really. We rarely do. And now I'm going to move the proceedings on. Time to enter the caravan of chit-chat and flush the Mediloo / chemical toilet of truth. It is the late lunch big three. Customarily disappointing Dan and barely saved by Dylan's drum crash. Right, what's the last book you read, Karen? A bit like Mastermind, but without the lighting effects this week.
It was a biography about the Marquis de Sade.
That's rude!
I know. Is it rude? Well, no, it's a very factual book, actually.
The facts are rude.
Historical, social sort of thing, but we know what he was famous
Don't give it
for.
an intellectual gloss. It's a bit porny.
Yes, it's quite interesting. Good read? It was a good read.
Excellent. I like that. How about you, Alex?
Mine was when I was doing my GCSEs, I'm afraid. To Kill a Mockingbird.
How long ago were your GCSEs?
No, you're not
Lovely book.
Ages ago. About 5 years
You
ago.
don't like books?
Well, I do that much reading, to be honest, at work.
Scripts all the time?
Yeah, I can't. It's like a
Busman's Holiday, basically.
Yeah, so
I
I
respect
don't really
that,
bother.
and it's a good book.
What is a busman's holiday? I'm so sorry.
If you're...
What is? I've heard people say busman's holiday the whole time.
If it would be
What
like,
is it?
Right, like you as a presenter, if you
Yes.
like went on holiday being
A
a
busman.
middle of the road cookery presenter, that would be a busman's holiday.
But I'm not a busman. I'm a...
It's a generic term.
Okay, carry on.
Time is ticking. I am ageing. Let's progress. I'm so sorry. I've never ever come across a flu that's had side effects like this. Is it Ebola, love? Okay, Claire. Can I ask you the same question? What was the last book?
Mine was Shirley Bassey's biography.
Bassey.
I love Shirley Bassey.
Bassey
thank God you
rocks.
like her.
Oh no, we like Bassey.
I got asked for radio too. I collect autobiographies, and someone heard that I collect autobiographies, and they asked me to review this book. So I was delighted.
That is a
It was brilliant. I was really chuffed.
That's
She's
an excellent
top.
thing. I'm going to move on to the second question. I'm going to start with you again. Sexiest man on TV
Robert
and
Redford.
film.
Robert Redford. Robert Redford.
Cool. Alex.
Ben Affleck.
He's free now as well. Good. Oh, how about you, Karen?
Well, I can't pick one. I've got a few.
We're going to do a fact sheet this week. If you'd like to write in, we'll give you the full A4 version of Karen's choices. Karen, then I'm going to ask you, what's your favourite pasta shape?
Oh, we've moved on then, have we?
Yes. You get to think and tell us in part 3.
You're very quick here, aren't you? Penne.
Good. I like that shape.
Mine's spaghetti.
Yeah.
Is it Fusilli?
Yeah, the curly one.
Fusilli.
That one.
Fusilli.
Mel's turned into the Godfather.
Okay. Italian degree, and all I can say is fusilli. Good, right. Join us after the break when these three women will be throwing big squashy tomatoes into giant mouths. And we've got a big surprise for one of you. See you in Brookie. Welcome back to Late Lunch with Alexandra, Fletcher, Karen Drury and Claire Sweeney from Brookside and Alan Titchmarsh, who cooked us an old trout.
And Mel, who just asked if a busman's holiday was the same as an ombudsman. I don't know why.
Now, Alexandra, Alex, can I call you Alex?
Yes, sure.
Do you watch a lot of TV?
I don't actually know.
You
That's
don't?
good. You probably, if you had a TV, you'd rather probably just switch off your television set and go out and do
Oh,
something
something
less
else.
boring instead, I think.
I knew it would be me.
Did you know? It's true, because in the break she was saying, I know I've been stitched up, I can sense it, it's coming
A
on.
little bit of a
Hair and
surprise
everything.
coming your way.
Because is it true that almost 10 years ago, Alex, you presented the cult sensation show, Why Don't You?
I've been dying to see this.
Yes, it was a good show, wasn't it?
It was brilliant. I made a bar of soap on that show. Not on it, but they taught you how to make a bar of soap out of another bar of soap.
You grated it.
Which you
It was
grated.
brilliant, actually, doing it. It really was a laugh, but this is just not funny. No, it's not. Have you got...
It is
Yeah,
quite funny, because the funniest thing is we've got a clip of you doing
Yeah,
it.
thanks.
I think we should take a look. Let's
Little
roll
bit of
that
a look.
clip.
So Alex, think you can play the keyboard then?
Yeah, definitely good. That's what you want.
Have a go.
Rhythm, drum rhythm, yeah. And into the fillet.
This is the worst bit.
1, 2, 1, 2.
What's this bit of whistle?
Bruno Martelli thing from Fame.
That was... Oh, no. Can I go?
Stay.
Stay, 'cause we love that. We love it.
Right, now for this week's fairground entertainment, it's time to play Toss a Tomato.
It's a tomato.
Go toss, lads.
Go
Off you go.
toss.
Come on.
Alan, come with you. Can help me
am I going
adjudicate.
All right.
Now, the rules for tossing are very, very easy indeed. I'm just going to move my way here. Alan, always stay close, cling close.
I'll cling.
Now, you each have a number of a fairly, clinging quite close there. Almost illegally close. Now, you've got your bucket
Almost
of...
pleasantly close.
Delightful. Bucket of overripe tomatoes, the three of you, OK? What you have to do is throw them with relish.
Oh, no.
Just smell like UB40 into the mouths in front of you, which cunningly have your names on. The player whose mouth is the fullest with seed will be declared the winner. Alan, will you help me adjudicate?
I'll help you adjudicate.
Fantastic. OK, band, can we have some tomato-type music, please? Right. It's always the same music every week. OK, let's go.
Now you're getting there now.
Come on! Alex is doing well! Karen's doing well! Come on, Karen! Oh, Claire's doing great! Go, Karen! Alex is...
One out.
Alex is doing brilliantly now! Claire's doing well! Everything's winning!
I think Karen's doing quite. It's Karen Claire.
Alex,
Oh, Claire's doing well! Sounded, and so now it's time for Alan to count those tomatoes.
I'd just like to say at this point that this is what's condemned food, wasn't it? We're not always... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for Alex.
Very good score.
9 for Claire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
No expense has been spared for this gift. I literally mean that. It's a nondescript mammal sheathed in polystyrene. Let's go back to the lounge, lads. Come back. Easy, young man.
Come back to the Corduroy Lounge. Now, the phone lines are as crazy as a duck and leg warmers. Hello, who's on line 1 there?
Hi, it's Giles here.
Hello, Giles.
Hello.
Where are you calling from, mate?
London.
You're calling from London. What's your question, chum?
I've got a question for them. It's what's the most embarrassing time your mobile phone has ever gone off?
Hey, good quizzy, actually.
Everyone, OK.
It's normally on set, isn't it?
Have you all got mobile phones?
We're meant to switch them off on set, but often during a scene, an emotional scene, something when you're splitting up with your husband and your phone goes into your boyfriend.
You get the or whatever it is.
I've got Moonlight Sonata, so...
That's very
embarrassing.
Very embarrassing. That could add to music to a very emotional scene.
How about you, Alex?
I don't use it that much, to be honest with you. It's not really.
I don't know about mobiles. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I don't know. How about you, Alan?
Well, I was telling you, I'm the other way around. I always have it off when it should be on.
Do you, Alan?
Yeah, I think that's what I meant. I hate it's always businessmen in suits at airports saying, yes, well, I'll be in Bangkok in about half hour. Why do you always shout?
Because they're trying to show off how wealthy they are, and all they're really saying is, I'm a bit of an end. Do you know what I mean?
Literally.
You know they're not paying
Literally.
anyway.
Or blokes being really bossy to their PAs. I don't like that. I heard a man on a train doing that. I didn't like that. Almost cried. I don't like that at all.
You should always take that misery and turn it into violence, I find.
OK,
line 2. Who's on line 2?
Hi, it's Angela.
Angela.
Damn good for you.
Where are you calling from?
Sunny Morecambe.
Hey, good call. Excellent. I was there very recently. It's groovy.
Now, she says that to everyone.
I was there recently.
Who's your question for?
It's for all of them.
OK.
I'm not being funny, but what do you think about when you're in the bath?
Which leads me to Alan, I feel, first.
Well, it varies from night to night. Tonight.
Daisy, do you think about Daisy?
Tonight.
Do you think... Who will it be?
Tonight I shall be thinking of changing my deodorant because it's been so hot in here today.
I like the way you smell, Alan. It's good.
Good.
There's
How about
a
you?
delicious musk to you.
I'll tell you what, you know, when you take your specs off, isn't she outrageous? I mean, it's just stunning.
Thank you.
When you take
Cheers, Alan.
And I now get hate mail from everybody who wears specs because I wear them to read, so it's all right.
He wants to get you in the shed, though, doesn't he?
Always do. Give me a good potting. Sorry, we'll get back to the question. Melanie, can you remember the question?
I've absolutely no idea. I'm slightly...
What do you think of in the bath?
What do you think
What do you
of
think
when
of in
you're
the
in the
bath?
bath?
What do you think of in the bath?
I hate baths, actually.
Oh.
Shower then.
I don't know, actually, really thinking much.
Maybe you just think of
Get in
getting
and get out,
clean.
really,
Just
Think about
scrubbing and...
you look at your toenails, don't you? And you think
Yeah,
you need another coat
toenails.
of varnish, or you need to redo the job.
Yes.
Do you know what? That's true, I do think that when I'm in the bath.
I've got a tip about baths. Before you flush out the water, start the cleaning process then. It's a lot easier on the ring. It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. Get the bath scrubber and start cleaning around before you flush it out.
Because
Makes
it's
it
a lot easier on the ring.
It's true. Oh, dear.
Clean baths then, you have to...
Yeah, you should clean after every bath, Alan. For Pete's sake. Please do it. All right. OK, let's move on to the next person on the line. Who's on the line?
Hello,
Hi there, who's that?
it's Amy.
Hi, Amy. What's your question?
My question's for everyone, and it's who's your best friend in the whole world and why?
Cool.
Karen, who's your best friend in the whole world?
Oh.
Sorry, I picked on you. I didn't mean to. You can say.
Can't pick one friend
I know,
out,
yeah,
can you?
it's hard
Upset
to
the
do
rest. My sister.
We like that.
Sizzies, they rock.
My mum.
Yeah, man.
She is.
That's
She's
very
she is more
spicy
like
of you
my
to say that.
sister, really.
Cool.
Mine's my mum as well.
Really?
My best mate.
Your mum will always tell you the truth, don't you, at the end of the day?
True.
I don't want to leave my mum out.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't.
I love my mum.
My dad would be good as well.
Just cover your bases and say all your family. Yeah. Everyone. Alan, how about you? Your best mate?
Miss Spade.
Good man.
They don't answer back.
OK. Got time for a quick fax here. It's from Charlotte Butler from Exeter to Alan. Alan, what plant would you recommend for best surviving a student bedsit?
A nuclear plant, I think, really.
So we've got some
Spider
hecklers.
plant.
Spider plant.
Gardening hecklers. Would you
Gardening
believe
hecklers.
it? Hyacinth! Dahlia!
It's It's a class audience, this, really.
Cacti.
Spider plants are good. And cacti, if you want to neglect them. If you water plants too much, they're cacti no good because they'll go...
Right.
And horrible. Spider plants actually quite good. So Michelle, spider plants not bad.
OK, well, Alan, we've run out of time. An enormous thank you to your good self for cooking today and to Karen, Claire and Alexandra for coming down from Brookie to see us all. Cheers.
Tune in next week. We'll be joined by Richard E. Grant. If you want to know what's best for your student bedsit, then do mob Alan his next roadshow. Thanks for watching.
Good night, dear. Night!